to another episode of Rear Naked Locks. I'm Chato, that's Henry. We're going to give you guys a quick breakdown of Dana White's Contender Series that appeared last night. How'd you feel about the card, Henry? It was a bunch of finishes again, back-to-back weeks.
Honestly, I'm kind of glad we started doing the recaps with this week. Give us some time to actually get into it, look into the fights. Also, some of these fighters seem kind of green in the game, but there's a lot of good athletes, though, you know. So I'm excited to see how they progress and where they go. Might be some good fades in their debuts, you know, but we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, off camera, Henry did point out the fact that there was a lot of blowouts, so you can't really tell someone's potential based off those first round finishes, you know. So there might be some money on fading these fighters once they get under the bright lights of the UFC.
100%. I mean, this might be one of them right here. The first fight we had Dante Johnson versus Darian Abbey. Dante Johnson, he's a former football player. Dude's an athlete. But he weighed in at 209 for a heavyweight bout. He was super small in there.
Yeah.
He did. I did see that he mentioned he might cut down to 170. I mean, that might be a play because dude's 5'8", coming in 209. Bro, that was fucking. He's the same fucking height as us, you know. He might think he's fucking 2 inches shorter than us, but yeah, man, I don't know about fighting that heavyweight. Even 205 might be steep. These guys are massive. Yeah, but this dude's like a fucking phenomenal athlete, though. The only thing that worries me about him is he had 5 fights in 1 year, and he's only 6-0. So it's most of his fights came within a year's span. So who knows how far along he is in the game? But either way, he had a dude. Darian Abbey, though, he's buns, bro.
Yeah, he's not that.
His last one was against Alex Nicholson. Alex Nicholson is a fucking UFC washout, fucking bare knuckle fighter. And even then, he was losing that fight. So it was Johnson was expected to win. He got it done. But we'll see how his UFC debut goes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was watching this fight. I mean, if you watch this fight, you blink and it's over. I think this fight was only 30 seconds long. But yeah, the size difference. I mean, I've only seen one guy dominate, and he when he was short, and that's Daniel Cormier. I really don't see him, following in his footsteps. But I mean, I could probably see him finishing a couple of cans. You know, he does have a lot of pressure, but that height difference, that size difference in the UFC. I mean, he's gonna run into a fighter like Badai, and he's gonna get dominated, bro. He's gonna get dominated.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, good for him, man. Fucking, he does seem like a super good athlete. We need fighters like him that are fucking explosive. They're fucking crazy athletes, young in the game. I mean, he could turn into something good, but we'll see. We'll see how he progresses.
Yep. It's good.
Yeah, in the second fight, we had Manuel Sousa versus Christian Perez. Crazy fight, man. Crazy fucking fight. So, I think it's the guy you were talking about here. This dude, I hope this guy's an underdog in his debut because he's a definition of fucking Bark Alley banger, dog. You know what I'm saying? This dude fucking pulls it out the fire. He never gave up on himself. Just constantly working, even when he was getting taken down. He was ripping body shots. Dude, super impressive win. Christian Perez is a super good fighter too. I think his brother or one of his teammates fought last week and won a contract. This dude was cruising until he wasn't. You know, Suzuki just kept making him work. His body shots are nasty. His striking was nasty. His grappling was nasty. This dude seems like the real deal.
Yeah,
though.
Yeah, I agree. This is probably my favorite fight of the night. Just because the comeback of Sousa was pretty spectacular to see because round 1 and 2 were pretty dominant from Perez. The only downside I see of Sousa is dude definitely has the cardio, dude has that dog in him, but dude has to get up, bro. I don't know if that was his play, you know, just to ride it out until Perez got tired, but I mean, he just couldn't get up. The first round, he had no answer, just got blanket, you know. In the second round, he did a little bit better with the Kimura traps, but other than that, I mean, I think if he runs into somebody like in the UFC with like a little bit more gas tank than Perez, and like he's gonna run into some trouble. I mean, like the broadcast team said it. Like even Daniel Cormier said that like he needs to go back and work on his, like on his stand up, like on his get up game, because his stand up is nasty, you know, and his cardio is nasty. Dude is 28, looks like 48, but I mean, definitely, like he's definitely worth being like a Bar Kelly banger for us. So, like, hopefully, like they put him on that. I think he was a fighter that was asking for the Brazil card, or was that somebody else? I think it was one of these fighters was asking to be on that Brazil card. So hopefully, they're on the Brazil card, and then if we like the matchup, man, like we might have our first ever Contender Series Bar Kelly banger, man.
Sheesh, there it is. There it is. I'll let you read out this next fight.
I got it right here. Okay, so it's like Abdul Rahim. No, okay, Abdul Rahim Yakhyaev against Alec Lorenz. It was another first round finish, 30-second finish. You know, the 0.5s were flying hot this fight card, but I think this guy was like a super favorite. I think it was like 11-1 or like 12-1 or something like that. And I don't know if you guys heard like the breakdown of this going into the fight. Like they're trying to hype up Alkin Lawrence, saying that he was like a nerd and like he was like a nerd turned fighter, and he's like super like optic and like he breaks down fights, all this. And then Daniel Cormier just straight up said it like it's cool if you have all that, but if you don't have that dog when the lights turn on, you're gonna lose. And like that's exactly what happened. Like one's a fighter and the other one's thinking about fighting, you know? Like one has that killer instinct and like the other one's thinking too much. And I feel like that's what happened. Abdul hit him with the overhand right. And then like he just never recovered after that. It was pretty one-sided, but I mean, 30 seconds, like you can't really tell much from a 30-second fight. I mean, he is 7-0 though, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna sound like a hater right now, but it's one of those fights where I feel like there's gonna be a fraud check incoming. It's like this dude, what the fuck do you say his name? Abdul Rahman. Yeah, he's undefeated, but if you actually look into the records of these guys, like man, bro, like they have good records, but who they're fighting themselves are trash. Like even this Alec Lawrence guy, his last win was 6-6. One before that, 5-5. One before that, 6-4. It's like I don't know. I mean, I'm probably gonna sound like a hater, but I think he's gonna be a fraud. I just noticed I forgot to change the weight classes in these slides. But it's definitely not a heavyweight bout. It's a fucking 205. But yeah, I don't know. You blew him up.
I agree. Like I agree. Like Henry, like just doing a deep dive on these guys' records. Like if you guys go to ESPN and check, like he was fighting for the championship in Aries FC against a guy that was 0-2. Previous 0-3 against a guy named Benjai, and then previous before that he was fighting a guy 0-1 from Russia. So it's like those fighters, I don't know if they're just like, if that's how the game is, where like they just pick a fighter to boost up and then they send them to the UFC or what's going on. But I mean, like these padded records, like that's why everyone's losing their zero like in 2025, because everyone's getting fraud checked in the UFC. So it's just like if you guys actually like do your research, like you're gonna realize that these fucking records are super padded. Like fighting for the championship belt against a guy that has no wins is insane. Three times in one career. That's insane.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I think he's here because he's from Chechnya, and we got Hamza as a champion now. So like, they're trying to get their Chechnyan stars. I mean, who knows? This guy might be good, but it's just hard to tell. He fucking won in like 30 seconds. No resistance. But we'll see. I mean, he's somebody to keep an eye out for. If he's like this big of a fucking favorite in his UFC debut, I'm definitely gonna fade him. Just take the flyer on it, you know. Just like Khabib's boy like 2 weeks ago. You know, he fought twice in the same week, almost got finished, you know. So like these guys are not Khabib, these guys are not Chimaev, you know, so like it's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, definitely gonna see some value in these fights coming in. So yeah. I mean, Bar Kelly bangers, you know. All right, next up we got Damian Wilson versus Marcio Barbosa. I mean, honestly, this was like a pretty all right fight, I guess. It was like back and forth. It lasted a little longer than 0.5, so I'll take that all day, every day. But I mean, honestly, dude, like watching this fight, I was like, man, Barbosa has a significant striking advantage, and he showed it. Just has like more power, more cleaner striking. I think he dropped him like 3 times before he finished him. So it was like the dude striking is nasty. He has that killer instinct. And then Damian Wilson, I think he was like a high school or like a college coach or something like that in wrestling, and like he had like his whole family there. But yeah, like that didn't help him out at all. He got just outclassed, straight up finish in the first round. But it was a good outing from Barbosa. You know, like definitely don't know his ground game, but his stand up is nasty.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say like the David Wilson. I mean, he seemed like just a tough dude. But Barbosa, fucking 16 fucking first round finishes out of 17. Out of his 17 finishes is crazy, bro. His striking kind of reminded me of, or his boxing kind of reminded me of Aldo. His hooks, he rips the body. His hooks are quick and they're fast. He's one of those guys where like, what happens if he doesn't finish you? You know. Exactly. I saw that he's been out of the first round maybe like twice, but he throws a lot of volume. He throws heavy. If he gets matched up with the dog, who knows who knows how that goes. I mean, he's at 145. 145 is full of killers, man. I mean, you got to have cardio. You got to have grappling. We'll see. But yeah, guys, ignore that heavyweight bout. The slides, I fucking forgot to change that shit. This fight is at featherweight. These guys are definitely not heavyweight fighters, but obviously, I mean, I think this guy might be good though. His boxing looked elite. That overhand right he dropped him with was nasty, bro. I literally got up and I started yelling. I was like, oh shit, bro, that was a fucking bomba.
He was just stunning.
I'm expecting to see this guy fight, yeah.
Stunning him with the shot.
But we'll see.
All right, next up we got the main event: Trent Miller versus Ryan Gandra. I'm not gonna lie, man. Trent Miller, dude, should be a bodybuilder. Dude is in there, massive. But you can tell like the footwork wasn't there. Dude was just a step behind. He just never got his footing, never got his flow, never got his distance. Ryan just outclassed him, dude, on the feet. He was just better than him in all aspects, better than him kicks, striking. Yeah, I mean, he just picked him apart and then eventually went for the finish. I mean, 5 finishes on this one, so like I'll take it. But this was as one-sided as it gets, man. Like I've never seen a fighter like look like he didn't belong in there as much as as Trent Miller did, dude. I was like, this guy's massive, but super slow, bro. He's super slow.
Yeah, this is one of those fights, man. Like in the pre-interviews and stuff, that Trent Miller, I guess, is one of Jared Cannonier's main training partners. But like as Chato has said multiple times, it doesn't matter who the fuck you train with. You can have the Avengers in your corner, but if you're not on the same level as them, they can't fight for you. You know, it's like Gandra. I mean, obviously this guy, he didn't really impress me. He looks like Bruno Silva. He fights like Bruno Silva. He's the same weight class as Bruno Silva, middleweight. I can't wait to fade this dude. His chin is fucking high up in the air. He's sloppy as hell. Like there was multiple times where he was throwing so hard, it was off balance, and they would end up colliding heads. Like I don't know. This guy seems like the definition of a fraud. I'm curious to see what happens if this guy gets taken down. I have a good feeling that he's a turd on his back, but I'm just assuming. I haven't watched his fights before this, but yeah, this guy seems like a fraud. But honestly, in this card, I feel like the UFC knew who they wanted to sign, but they didn't want to sign him outright because these fights were fucking blowups. My boy Trent Miller, his last opponent's record was 7-9. It's like, this guy's in the main event. He's on a 2-5 win streak. He lost to some dude named Buddy Wallace. It was 21-10. He lost via face crank, aka I would have tapped him out. No, but it's just in all seriousness, I just feel like this they knew who they wanted to sign. These guys came and they performed, so hats off to them. But the blowouts, these 5 fights, 5 finishes, they're finishes for a reason. Dana White knew what he was doing on this card.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, just a little context. Like, Henry's a training partner that is gonna face crank you during sparring. So if you ever see him on the mat, like, just be prepared. Just be prepared to go 100%. And then Henry made a good point. Like, it doesn't matter what like you train with. And I always throw the same example. Is that Guram, Kata, whatever his last name is. He had Taporia, he had Marab, he had Chimaev in his in his corner for his last bout, and he lost. So like it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter if you're training with the best. Like Njoku and like all those guys, like they were training with Jones. And Jones was probably just milking them, dude. Like just using them as a fucking walking punching bag, bro. Like that's what I feel like these fighters are. Like they rep the same gym, but they are not in the level, bro. Like they're just bodies for the people that are actually good. And like maybe it was just a bad fight on Trent Miller's side, but I mean, I don't think. I mean, 10 times out of 10, I think he loses his fight, bro. Like he just did not show any sign of light, and especially to be on the main event, like what a letdown in my opinion. But I mean, maybe not. Like all 5 of them got a contract, so it seems like they're hiring like a lot more people, maybe because of the deal that they have. But I mean, all 5 finishes, and then I think they hired everybody last time too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like what 10 fighters hired in like 2 weeks. So I mean, man, like if there is a way to get into the UFC, like it's obviously Dana White's Contender Series now. Like there's really no other option. Like unless you have a name outside of the promotion, like you're really not going to get put into the UFC unless you go to Contender Series and then the Tough House. But I feel like the Contender Series is probably your best bet because one fight could change your life. You know, like you don't have to waste a couple months like being in front of the television or like being recorded at the Tough House when you could just come in here, dust somebody or like show some toughness and then get a 2-fight contract like 12-12 or something. But you know, get yourself some fresh UFC shorts.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, man. I think next week's fight should be a lot more competitive. We got our boy from The Ultimate Fighter, Eduardo Chapolin, who was the #1 pick. I mean, he shit the bed in his first fight. But I mean, he went against Joseph Morales, who fucking came out, showed out, and fucking won it all, you know?
Yeah.
But he's getting his redemption. He's training with Daniel Cormier full time now, so we'll see how he performs next week. I don't remember who he's fighting, but I think he's fighting another dude who's coming back for Contender Series too. So I'm excited for that one. Yeah,
it should be. All right, guys. So on the schedule, we finally made the edits to it. So Tuesdays, we had the bets and breakdowns, but there's no fights this weekend. So me and Henry are gonna throw out another video for you guys in the meantime. And then Wednesdays from now on, we're gonna be our Contender Series recaps. This is our first episode of doing that. And then Sundays, obviously gonna be the event recaps. But there's no fights this Saturday, unfortunately. Probably gonna cry myself to sleep. Don't have anything else to do on Saturdays. But the first fight card back. Shout out to my boy Rodriguez, right? I think he's the opening fight. So he may or may not be in my Around the World. So stay tuned. Like me and Henry are gonna we owe you guys some money. So me and Henry are gonna try to make the best odds, best plays, and then we're gonna come back with a vengeance. We're gonna go 5 for 5 this time.
100%. I mean, just be on the lookout, man. Fucking everybody got fucking destroyed in UFC China. Fucking Johnny Walker, me and KO, but we'll bounce back. We got a lot of good fights, a lot of good fighters. I think we're gonna get some good value, some good odds. I feel like there's some fighters who should be bigger favorites than they are. So I mean, I look forward to putting those bets together, those parlays together. But yeah, be on the lookout on Sunday. Joshua Van just announced that he's the Pantoja fight, so we're gonna drop that breakdown for you guys. Van versus Pantoja. Give you guys our early predictions. That'll drop sometime on Sunday, most likely early morning, maybe afternoon. But be on the lookout for that, guys.
All right, guys. So make sure to like, subscribe to all of our our social medias, especially our Twitter. I'm live and active every single fight card, giving you guys our bets and breakdowns, and also giving you guys a play-by-play about all the spectacular events and knockouts that happened during the card. So hopefully that you guys like this Contender Series breakdown because we're gonna keep doing this. Thanks again for showing our support and those new subscribers. Shout out to the support for everybody. Rear Naked Locks out, boys.